Danny Winslow tried to pass to her teammate Truitt, but it is broken up, and it'll be a turnover. Hawks will take over. Sophia Reed applying some really tough defense, but Rogers is able to get it off and kicked it to Kramer. Rogers dishes it to Kramer, who's in the lane. She shoots, misses it, but gets her own rebound. And there's tough defense on her. She kicks it out to Perez, who shoots a three and cannot get that one to hit. That is the first time she has shot from three tonight, and it has not gotten it to go. The Falcons will take over. Reagan Halliday drives into the lane, shoots it with her right hand. It looked like it was going to go in, but it spun out. And there's a foul. Reagan Halliday is called for the foul. So it'll be Hawk ball. Ray Richardson drove it into the lane, tried to shoot it, could not get it to go on the first effort, but on the second go, she gets it, and she is up on the board as she now has 6 points in tonight's matchup. On an in-and-herod throw from Ponzer of the Falcons, they turn it over, and it'll be Hawks ball. As we just got a timeout on the floor, we will take a timeout with them. You're listening to 810 Varsity Girls Basketball. And you also check us out online at 810varsity.com. Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, it's better. Welcome back into Olathe East High School, where the Olathe East Hawks are winning by 10 against their crosstown rival, Olathe South. It is 37-27 with 3:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. As the refs blow it dead, there is a foul on Sophie Reed. That'll be Reed's third foul. Hawks having some trouble getting the ball, but they get it back. There's a foul called on Ray Richardson, and she does not like that call. She is upset as there were two Falcon defenders all over her. The Falcons will take over. The Hawks step up on defense and cause another Falcon turnover. These Falcons are shooting themselves in the foot with all the turnovers they have in these last two quarters. As they see themselves down by 10, the score 37-27, the Hawks lead with 2:30 left to go in this fourth quarter of action. Good ball movement for the Hawks. Hawks put the shot up. It does not go. So Falcons will take over. Carney was the one who shot it and could not get her shot to go. Falcons hit from three. They make the game 37-30 with a minute 50 left to go in this fourth quarter. Winslow was the one who shot the three for the Falcons to pull them within 7 of the Hawks. And Winslow takes a nasty fall by the home bleachers, but she hops right back up. Subbing in for the Olathe South Falcons is Emma Knappenberger. And number 5, Barbie McClin, excuse me. And there is going to be a turnover as the Hawks turn it over and give it right back to the Falcons. Emma Knappenberger and McLean come out of the game as Duncan and Holiday come back in the game. Sophia Reed's pass to Winslow is good. Winslow passes to Duncan, who's in the paint. She fakes, turns, shoots, and gets it to go. It'll be a three-point play.
Fouls on number 30, Molly Kemmer. Fourth personal, 16th foul. In the game for the Falcons, number 5, Barbie McLean.
This will be Duncan's first trip to the line tonight, as she will be shooting 1. And Duncan's free throw is good. We have ourselves a close game here at Olathe East High School as the Hawks lead 37-33 with a minute 18 left to go in this fourth quarter of action. Perez kicks it out to Kamer, who has Knappenberger all over her. The Hawks call for a timeout, and we will stay here with them as this game winds down. The Falcons really need to step up on defense and play more aggressive like they have been the last few minutes if they want to have any chance of getting back in this game. The defense of the Hawks, though, has been pretty stout all night. And if you're with us or just joining us, you will not want to go anywhere as we have the championship game coming up immediately following this game as the Liberty Blue Jays, who are ranked number 3 in the 8-10 Varsity Top 25, take on an unranked Nixa team who absolutely played an amazing game last night against Olathe South, winning in overtime on a last-minute shot. Danny Winslow caused the foul, so it'll be Hawks ball, and Ray Richardson will go to the line and shoot 2. Richardson is 1 for 2 from the night tonight. Last night in game, in the loss to Liberty, she was 2 for 2. And her first free throw is good. So she is now 2 for 4. She takes her time, puts it up, and does not get it to go. So she is 2 for 5 from the charity stripe tonight. Sophia Reed puts up a 3, and it does not go. Molly Kamer gets the rebound. And there will be a foul called as Sophia Reed fouls Courtney Carney. Carney will go to the line to shoot 2. The Falcons have no more fouls to give, so any more fouls from here on out will put the Hawks right at the line. The score here in this one is the Hawks 38, the Falcons 33, with two shots coming up. Carney, first shot goes up and it is good. That increases the lead 39 to 33 with 47.9 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Ball is up and Carney cannot get that one to go. So she goes 1 for 2 from the line. Reagan Halliday's shot is no good, so Hawks will get the ball again. Carney passes it to Molly Kamer, who then passes it to Rogers. The Falcons are double teaming every Hawk player that gets the ball. They're playing very tough defense, was what they need to do, but they need to avoid foul trouble because any foul here will put the Hawks at the line. And we have a timeout as the Hawks will take one with 12.4 seconds left. We will stay right here. The Hawks will take a full timeout. The score here is the Olathe East Hawks 39, crosstown rival Olathe South Falcons 33. Both teams are playing for third place. Whoever wins will take the third place spot, and the loser will be bumped to fourth place. Looking at the bracket, Blue Springs played Lawrence Free State Firebirds earlier today. The Lady Wildcats pulled that one out 73-42 to take fifth place. And earlier in the day, Barstow played Blue Valley, and Blue Valley pulled that one out 64-41. So Barstow take 8th place. Blue Valley took 7th. Free State took 6th place, and Blue Springs Wildcats took 5th place. And the Olathe East Hawks get the job done here at home, beating crosstown rival, the Olathe South Falcons, excuse me. You're listening to 810 Varsity right here on 810 Varsity Girls Basketball on 810 Varsity. You can also check us out on 810varsity.com. We will take a quick timeout and be right back here with you. Mic check. 1, 2. Okay. If you have just tuning in or you've been with us and saw that last game between Olathe East and Olathe South, the Olathe East Hawks got third place in the tournament, and Olathe South took fourth. But the game that is on the line and coming up will be the Liberty Blue Jays, who are ranked number 3 in the 8-10 varsity top 25 rankings, against an unranked Nixa team. The number 3 ranked Liberty Blue Jays are 2-0 into this tournament. They played the Blue Valley Tigers on Tuesday, and they won 49-39. Then they advanced to the semifinal last night, where they took on and hosted Olathe East and beat them on their home court, 36-28. The Lady J starters for tonight will be number 1 senior guard Olivia Nelson. In Tuesday's night win, Nelson scored a high 21 points, and in last against Blue Valley. Also in that game, she scored 6 points in the paint and from behind the arc. Most of her points came from the charity stripe, as she went to the line and shot 100%, going 9 for 9. And in last night's win over Olathe East, she scored 16 points and she went 7 for 10 from the free throw line, excuse me. Up next will be number 5 senior guard Mary Mason. In the win against Blue Valley, Mason went 2 from 2 from behind the arc for a total of 6 points. In last night's game, Mason only scored 1 point. She could not get anything going, and she shot 50% from the charity stripe. She went 1 for 2, and her only point came from the free throw. Next is number 14, senior Allie Taylor. In the game against Blue Valley, Allie Taylor scored 2 points. And in last night's win, Taylor went to the free throw line twice and shot 50%, only having 2 points at the end of the night. And next up will be senior forward Jillian Fleming. Fleming had 9 points against Blue Valley, and she went to the line once and shot 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. And in last night's victory against Olathe East, Fleming scored 11 points and was perfect from the line. And last for the Jays, number 24, junior forward Ariane Strauss. Strauss made her first appearance in last night's game versus the win against the Hawks. Strauss ended her night with 3 points. Her only bucket came from behind the arc. As we are set for tip-off between the number 3 ranked Liberty Blue Jays and the Nixa Eagles. The Eagles win the toss. This Liberty defense playing strong so far, not allowing the Eagles to get a shot. Nelson kicks it out to number 22. And she gets the 3! Rihanna Gibson, the sophomore, made that 3 for the Eagles, putting them on the board as the Eagles draw first blood. The Jays have the ball and are moving it around. Olivia Nelson kicks it out to Mason, who shoots for 3 and does not get it to go. Nelson then takes it to the other end, tries to shoot, and is blocked by Olivia Nelson, and she's taking it down the court. Goes in the paint, kicks it out to Mason. Mason takes it to the paint, puts it up, and it is good. Mason gets herself on the board with 2 points. Liberty trails the Nixa Eagles 3-2 as we are just 2 minutes into this game. The Eagles shoot, and it is no good. The Blue Jays moving the ball around. The ball is kicked to Nelson, who shoots a three and cannot get it to go. As the refs call a foul, it'll be Eagle ball. Looking on the other side of things, the Nixa Eagles are 2-0 in this tournament. So far in the tournament, the Lady Eagles have beaten Lawrence Free State, the Firebirds, 61-43 on Tuesday. And then they went on and played Olathe South last night and beat them in an overtime off an amazing shot from sophomore star guard Ali Kamiz. Kamiz hit the game-winning shot, which ended the game. The final score of that one was 60-59. Nelson kicks it out to Taylor, who takes the shot and cannot get that one to go. So it'll be Eagles ball. Number 22, Gibson, was wide open in the corner to shoot a three, but she was taken down hard, and she will go to the line for three. Straws for the Jays is the one guilty of the... And Gibbons' first of three cannot go. She gets her second one to go. Gibbons goes 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Missed her first one and got her last two to fall. And the Blue Jays, get back right up on the board. Straws was the one who scored that one. It is now 5-4. And the Eagles turn the ball over. The Blue Jays are marching down the court. And number 22, Rihanna Gibbs for the Eagles, is guilty for the foul. So Mason will toss it in for the Blue Jays. Mason puts up a three and cannot get it to go. Eagles will take it down the court. Ali Kamiz is driving. The Blue Jays would not give her anything. The ball is tipped. The Blue Jays will take over. Nelson's going down the court. And she gets it in on the layup. The Blue Jays take the lead 6-5 with 4:04 left to go in this first quarter. We will take a timeout with the teams as we will be right back here on A10 Varsity Sports. As we welcome you back in, the Eagles have possession of the basketball. They're wearing the crisp, clean, gray uniform with red trim on the shorts. On the other side, the Liberty Blue Jays are wearing all white with blue down the side. Olivia Nelson gets another turnover. She drives and gets another layup to go. Olivia Nelson is 2 for 2 so far. The score is 8-5, Lady Jays. The Eagles put up a shot. It does not go. The Blue Jays get the ball back after a small scrap for the ball. And the Blue Jays get that one to fall, as Fleming was the one who scored. The Blue Jays have a 5-point lead with 2:55 left to go in this first quarter of action. The Blue Jays have done a good job of shutting down Ali Kamiz, the star who got the game winner last night. The Eagles put up a shot. The ball is moving around, and it looks like the Blue Jays will have the ball. Gabby Nielsen is called for the foul. Some of her stats is the first game that they played against Free State, Nielsen scored 10 points, and she went 100% from the free throw line. And in last night's game, she had 14 points. Most of her points came from the charity stripe, though. She went 6 for 8. The Blue Jays will take over here with 2:30 left to go in this first quarter, leading 10-5. Nielsen's beautiful bounce pass to Katie Mihalik goes as the Blue Jays increase their lead 12-5. As number 22, Fleming, for the Blue Jays, is called for the foul. Nielsen will pass it in. She is the senior guard for the Eagles, excuse me. Nielsen gets the ball into a fellow teammate. Eagles moving it around. Puts up a shot and gets it to go. Kenzie Hines gets that one to go. She is the 6-foot forward. She is a senior this year for the Eagles. As the Blue Jays put up a shot, they could not get that one to go. It goes out of bounds, so the Eagles take over. And we'll take a quick break as subs are coming in. A little bit about Kenzie Hines. She is a senior this year. In the Free State game, she had 4 points, but in last night's game, she struggled and only had 2 points. Eagles moving it around. The Blue Jays defense stops Ali Kamiz from driving. She trips, falls, and loses the ball, so the Blue Jays will take over. Ali Kamiz is a sophomore guard. In her game against Free State, she scored herself 22 points. And the Blue Jays with a 3. Olivia Nelson from downtown. The score here is 15-7 with the time running down, less than 30 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Eagles points are hard to find right now, starting out kind of slow. as the number 3 ranked Blue Jays are doing a good job shutting down their offense. Nielsen, inadvertent pass, causes a turnover, so the Blue Jays will take it down, and they're just going to sit on this ball and wind the clock down. Nielsen hits a 3! Excuse me. Olivia Nelson for the Jays hits another 3, increasing their lead, pushing that up to 18-7 at the end of the first quarter. As they take a timeout, we will take one with them. We will be right back. Welcome back in here to Olathe East High School for this 2019 Lady Hawk Tournament. Coming out of the timeout, we start the second quarter as the Liberty Blue Jays lead the Nixa Eagles 20-7 as Nelson just scored. The Eagles have just struggled here in this first quarter, only putting up 7 points. They came out firing last night against Olathe South. But don't count out the Eagles yet because they came out of the second quarter and the second half of last night's game starting kind of slow. Managed to come back, being down as far as 10. Took the game into overtime and then won on a game-winning shot. Eagles passing the ball around. Eagle put it up, and it goes! Tori Yanis for the Eagles gets that one to go. A little stat line for her. In the Free State game on Tuesday night, she had 12 points. And in last night's game, she struggled to get anything going, scoring only 2. So Blue Jays take over here. Mason takes a 3, and it is no good, but it's rebounded by the Jays, and the second effort gets it to go in. Olivia Tinoco, coming off the bench, gets herself on the board with 2 points, pushing that Blue Jays lead to 22-9 with 6:10 left to go in this second quarter. As we are just in this second quarter, the Blue Jays are playing a really good brand of basketball, as they are ranked number 3 in the A10 Varsity Top 25. Eagles passing it around, put up a shot, and cannot get that one to go. So the Blue Jays will take over. A long pass finds Olivia Nelson. And Katie Mihelic for the Blue Jays gets her first shot to fall, with the score being pushed to 24-9 here in the second quarter with 5:15 left. The Eagles come back with a 3 and say, not so fast. as Gibbons was the one for the Eagles who got that three. Some of Gibbons' stats is she did not play against Lawrence Free State on Tuesday. She saw her first action last night against the Olathe South Falcons. She came out with 8 points and was 100% from the charity stripe. It is Eagles ball off a Blue Jays missed shot. And the Eagles get it in as we will go to the line. Tori Yanis will go to the line to shoot one. With that shot, the Eagles draw within 10. The score is 24-14 with 4:25 left to go in this second quarter of this championship game. Both teams fighting for the number one spot. And Yanis gets her free throw to go, chopping that lead down to 9. It is 24-15 with 4:20 left to go. Blue Jay ball. Mason puts up a three for the Jays and cannot get that one to go. Ali Kamiz on the rebound. And Kamiz takes it in, and it is blocked shot, and the ref says it'll be Blue Jay ball. Kamiz in last night's game was a superstar as she scored 22 points for a total of 44 points in the last two games. In last night's game, she went 100% from the free throw line, and the Blue Jays get it to go as Nelson gets it to 2, and that'll push the lead even further as the Blue Jays lead 26-15 in this championship game. You're listening to 810 Varsity Girls High School Basketball, and check us out on 810varsity.com. We will be right back. Welcome back in as we're coming off the timeout. The Liberty Blue Jays, ranked number 3, are leading the unranked Nixa Eagles 26-15 with 3:27 left. The Eagles just turned the ball over. Blue Jays will take over. The Blue Jays put up a shot and cannot get that to go. It was Strauss who tried to put up the 3 and could not get that one to fall. Eagles take over. Ali Kamiz from the free throw line shoots a 2 and cannot get it to go. Turnover again. The Eagles are struggling so far in tonight's game. Cannot get any shots to fall, as they are starting out very slow compared to last night's game where they came out firing on all cylinders. Nelson puts up a 3. Blue Jays lead 29-15 with 2:20 left to go in the second quarter. And the Eagles strike back. Gibbons hits a 3. That'll take the score to 29-18. Eagles still trail the Blue Jays. There is 1:40 left to go in the second half. Strauss passes to Nelson, who takes it down, puts up a shot, and cannot get it to go. At first, it looked like it was going to go in. Nelson's pass to Camise. It gets blocked by Mason. And there's a foul called on Ali Camise, so it'll be Blue Jay ball. Blue Jays take over with the lead, leading 29-18 with 1:23 left to go in this second half. Excuse me, second quarter. Nelson knocking time off the clock for the Jays. Now she finally makes a move and passes to a teammate. And there is a foul. The foul is on number 12, Tori Yanis, who pushed off. Blue Jays retain possession of the ball. And Ali Camise subs in for Tori Yanis. Mason, having to have a teammate go all the way in the backcourt to get that pass off. There's 30 seconds left in the second half as the Blue Jays look like they're just trying to run down the clock. They have the lead, 29-18. Nelson kicks it out to number 22, Jillian Fleming, who had pressure in her face, and she gets that three to fall. The Eagles take the lead into halftime. The Blue Jays take the lead into the halftime at 32-18. As you're listening to 810 Varsity Sports here, you can stream us live at 810varsity.com, or you can go to YouTube and look up 810 Varsity. As we head into halftime, we will take a timeout and be right back. You're listening to 810 Varsity Sports. Welcome back in. I'm Roman Metcalf as we are here at Olathe East High School for the 2019 Olathe East Lady Hawk Tournament Classic. In this championship game between the number 3 ranked Liberty Blue Jays and the unranked Nixa Eagles, for this championship game, it has been a heavyweight bout fight so far, as the Blue Jays have outplayed and outworked the Nixa Eagles thus far. The Blue Jays lead 32-18. A little bit of first quarter stats for you. The Nixa Eagles leading scorer was Rihanna Gibbons, excuse me. She is the 5'8" guard. She is a sophomore she had 11 points. And on the other side of things, the Liberty Blue Jays top scorer was the 5'6" guard, Olivia Nelson. She has 17 points. As a senior, she has put the Jays on her back tonight, playing like she wants to get that number 1 spot in the tournament, but don't count out the Eagles quite yet. In last night's game against Olathe East, Nixa in the first 2 quarters of the game was firing on all cylinders, but then the Falcons came out, matched the energy at halftime, and took the game into overtime. But with 23 seconds left and the clock winding down, star sophomore Allie Camise for the Eagles drove the ball into the lane, put up a shot, and got a beautiful pass off at the buzzer for the Eagles to win. So don't count out these Eagles quite yet. As the second half gets ready to start, we'll take a quick timeout and we will be right back for the tip-off of this third quarter. You're listening to 810 Varsity Sports. You can stream us live at 810varsity.com or go to YouTube and look up 810 Varsity, as we will be broadcasting live there as well. We will take a quick time out. We'll be right back. Welcome back in as we are starting the second half. If you're just joining us, the number 3 ranked Lady Blue Jays of Liberty are leading 32-18, beating the Eagles of Nixa. And there will be a turnover as the Blue Jays will take it off a bad pass. Yanis was trying to get it to teammate Kenzie Hines as the pass was just too far out of her reach. The Blue Jays will take over. Bad pass. The Eagles take it. Allie Camise takes it in and gets it to go. She is up on the board with 2 points. Her first points of this game. That draws within 12. The Blue Jays still lead 32-20 with 7:06 left to go in this third quarter. The Blue Jays put up a 3 and cannot get it to go. It'll be Eagle ball. As the Eagles come down the court, they're looking to increase. Nielsen takes the drive, shoots it, cannot get it to go. The Blue Jays get it. as there seems to be a little bit of confusion. The Nixa coach and the referee are going at it. The Nixa coach does not like it. The head coach for the Eagles is Jennifer Perryman. So there is a technical foul on the coach of the Eagles, Coach Perryman. So the Blue Jays will shoot 2. Mason goes to the line and knocks down her first one of 2. Mason goes 2 from 2 for the line. Blue Jays will take the ball. So the lead here is the number 3 ranked Jays, 34, the Eagles 20. The Jay shot does not go. The Eagles get the ball, moving it down the court. The ref said there was a push, and then there was a travel, so it'll be Blue Jay ball. The Jays are passing it around. Nelson drives, but decides to kick it out. Gets it to Mason, and Mason gets it to go from downtown. That will increase the lead by 17. It is 37-20. Blue Jays are just firing right now. And the Eagles turn it over yet again. It has been a rough game so far for these Nixa Eagles. Straws, it gets the and 1. So she'll go to the line and shoot 1. Straws has a chance to push this lead to 20 with 5:08 left to go in this third quarter. Straws puts it up, and it is good. The Blue Jays extend their lead to 20 with 5:06 left to go in this third quarter. And it'll be a turnover on the Eagles. The ref, Gabby Nielsen, was arguing with the ref saying that the Blue Jay defender hit her wrist. She lost the ball and it went out of bounds. But the ref would not budge, and it'll be Blue Jay ball as they lead by 20 with 4:50 left to go here in this third quarter. It is 40-20. The Eagles playing some solid defense and stopping Straws from getting a 2. The Eagles get it to Allie Straws, the star, who scored that game winner last night against the Olathe South Falcons to get them to this championship. Ooh. Nelson takes a hard fall, but the Eagles get a rebound. She pops right back up, and Nielsen tries to move into the paint again, as she will be denied by these Liberty defense. These Jays are solid on defense. Allie Camise puts up a shot, and she is fouled. She will go to the line for 2.
Fouls on number 14, Allie Taylor. Second personal, first team foul. At the line, number 21, Allison Campbell.
Allie Camise gets her first free throw to drop. In last night's game, Camille went 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. And Camille gets her second one to drop. So that'll decrease the lead to 18. It is 40 to 22, the Blue Jays lead. And the Eagles fan wants a double dribble, but then Mary Mason lowers her shoulders and drives into Ali Camise. So it'll be Eagle ball. And Mary Mason not happy with that call. Looking over to her bench. Camise has the ball, trying to work Mary Mason. And we have a double dribble. So it'll be a turnover. The Blue Jays have the ball. And these Nixa Eagles fans do not like that call. Blue Jays turn it over. Eagles marching down the court, pushing, going in, and the shot is blocked. It'll be Eagle ball. The score, if you're just joining us, the score is 40 to 22. The number 3 ranked Liberty Blue Jays lead with 3:30 left to go in this third quarter. Nielsen having a hard time finding it. A person to throw the inbounds to, but she finally finds Ali Camise. Ali Camise driving, trips, but Kenzie Hines goes, puts up a 2, and is fouled. So she will go to the line for 2, and has a chance to cut a lead into this score. Cut the lead in half. Hines gets her first free throw to drop. Last night she had 5 attempts and only made 2. But she is good so far as she lines up to shoot another one. She gets her second free throw to go. She is 2 for 2. As the Eagles cut into that lead, it is 40 to 24 with 3:22 left to go in the third quarter. And the ref calls another foul on the Eagles, and these Eagles fans are not happy with these refs. Gibbons for the Eagles is guilty of the foul. They were saying that she pushed off. I'm sorry, saying that she was holding the Eagle player. The Eagles are now double teaming the leading scorer for the Blue Jays thus far in this game, Olivia Nelson. The ball gets kicked out. Mason's pass to Nelson, gets it to go. Nelson scores 2 with heavy defense all over her. That'll increase the lead to 42 to 24. But the Eagles try to strike back and come with the score of their own, but they cannot get it as the Blue Jays take over. The Liberty Blue Jays take a timeout as we will take one with them. We will be right back here in this championship game between number 3 Liberty Blue Jays and the unranked Nixa Eagles. We will be right back. Welcome back into Olathe East High School, where the number 3 ranked Liberty Blue Jays have the ball and have the lead as well, 42 to 24 with 2:28 left to go in this third quarter. We have a double dribble. So the Eagles will take over. They're moving down the court, trying to play fast pace. Nielsen gets the ball, puts it up, and gets it to go. It is 42-26 with 2:05 left to go in this third quarter of the championship game of this Lady Hawk Basketball 2019 Classic. Mason for the Jays has the ball with Nielsen covering. There is 1:20 left to go in this third quarter. Nelson's driving, and the refs blow the whistle, calls a foul for a hold.
Fouls on number 33, Adeline Weaver. First personal, 13 foul.
Adeline Weaver for the Blue Jays. Excuse me, the Eagles is called for the
James, number 13, Olivia Chinoco.
Blue Jays still moving the ball around. Nelson's driving, but that Eagle defense does not give. There is less than a minute now in this third quarter with the lead. The Blue Jays have a lead, 42-26. Nelson is toying with Gabby Nielsen of the Eagles, but she is holding her ground as it looks like Nelson's just going to let the time run out. As the Liberty crowd have a nice traveling crowd here. Get noisy, and the pass goes out of bounds. Turnover. The Eagles take it. There is 0.71 seconds left in this game.
14,
Gibbon comes in for the Eagles, and Katie Mihelic for the Blue Jays subs in as well. Nielsen taking her time getting down. She makes a move she puts up a shot and cannot get the buzzer beater to go. So we will enter this fourth quarter of play with the Blue Jays leading 42-26. As we will be taking a timeout, we will be right back. Welcome back into Olathe East High School as we are in the final quarter and 8 minutes away from crowning a champion in this tournament. The Blue Jays will start out with the ball. They have a lead as well, 42-26. The Blue Jays put up a shot and cannot get that one to go. Fleming was the one that tried to get the bucket. Eagle ball. Ooh. Eagles go in and she is fouled. Number 22, Gibbons, was the one that got fouled.
Third personal, 13 foul.
Allie Taylor, the senior from Liberty, was the one guilty. So the Eagles will go to the line and shoot 2.
Line number 22, Brianna Gibbons.
Gibbons' first free throw is good. And she gets her second one to fall. So that'll cut down the lead to 42-28. The Blue Jays, who are ranked number 3 in the 8-10 varsity top 25, have the lead 42-28, excuse me, with 7:20 left to go in this fourth quarter. Blue Jays doing a good job of moving the ball. Fleming puts up a shot and gets it to go. That'll increase the lead by 2 more. This is something that the Eagles do not want, but they just do not have an answer for these Blue Jays. The Blue Jays have been solid on defense all night. An Eagle player tosses a ball up to try to get it to one of her teammates. It goes out, but it is off a Blue Jay player, so it'll be Eagle ball.
Number 21, Allison Campbell.
Nielsen gets it to Ali Kamiz. Ali Kamiz tries to put up a shot and cannot get that one to go. Blue Jay ball. Strauss tries to put up a shot. It is blocked. Liberty gets it back. As there was a fight for the ball, the ref blew it dead, and says it'll be Blue Jay ball. The score is 44-28 with 6:30 left to go in this fourth quarter. And it looks like the Blue Jays are just kind of trying to wind down time to bring home that first place victory. Blue Jays put up a shot. Can it get it to go? It was blocked. The Eagles get it back on a save. Kamiz goes down the court, throws it to Giannis. Giannis takes it, backs her opponent down, and gets it to go. Giannis with 2. She cuts into the lead, and now the Eagles are down by 14 with 5:45 left to go in this fourth quarter. It is 44-30. Strauss goes up for the Jays, tries to get a shot, can't get it to go. Blue Jays rebound. Taylor tried to put it back up for the Jays, and she could not get it to go as her shot was heavily contested. Olivia Nelson is called for the foul. She hit Nielsen for the Eagles, so Nielsen will come out onto the side to pass it in. There is 5:15 left to go in this competition. The Liberty Blue Jays lead 44-30. Giannis tries to put up a shot. It is blocked. Mary Mason on the rebound. And she takes it down court, passes it to Nelson. Nelson goes up and gets the and one. So she'll go to the line and shoot 1.
Fouls on number 21, Allison Campbell. Second personal, 14 foul.
Ali Kamiz for the Eagles is guilty of the foul. Nelson cannot get the free throw to go, so it'll stay at a 16-point lead. It'll be 46-30 with 4:50 left to go in this fourth quarter. And the ball is loose, and the Blue Jays get it. These Eagles have turned the ball over too many times, and they are shooting themselves in the foot. The Blue Jays have just capitalized off too many of these Eagles turnovers, and that's what has been killing these Eagles. The Blue Jays put up a shot and cannot get it to go. Fleming's shot could not get her shot to go. Eagles take it on the other end. Camise kicks it to Nelson. Nielsen drives, steps back, and gets the 2. Nielsen draws her team just a little closer. The score is 46-32. Blue Jays still have the lead. Fleming tries to pass, it's blocked, but she gets it right back. Nelson bounce pass to Straw. Straw gets it to go. It was a beautiful play by Straws. It is now 48-32 with 3:20 left to go in this fourth quarter. And the Eagles are called for a travel. Blue Jay ball. Gibbons on the Eagles does not like that call. These Liberty Blue Jays, Lady Jays, are just 3 minutes away from taking first place in this 2019 Olathe East Lady Hawk Championship Basketball Classic. The Blue Jays turn it over. The Eagles are going down, bounce pass. And Katie Camise, sister to Allie Camise, turns the ball over. So it'll be Blue Jay ball the other way. Nelson tries to pass and throws it out of bounds, so it'll be Eagle ball. Both teams came into this game with a 2-0 record. Nixa beating the Free State Firebirds and Olathe South. Giannis puts up a shot and she cannot get it to go. Blue Jays rebound. And there is 2:20 left to go in this competition. And honestly, folks, it looks like the Blue Jays have this one in the bag. They are playing really, really tough defense. And the Eagles just have no answer. Jays had it wide open. Player in the corner, but she passes it back, and the refs blow it dead. Tori Yanis is called for the foul. She pushed a Blue Jay, so the Blue Jays will take it out with 2 minutes left to go in this game. The Jays are just 2 minutes away from being crowned tournament champs. Mary Mason acts like she's going to fake a three, drives, kicks it out. Nielsen on the Eagles is called for a push. It'll be Eagle ball.
Second personal, 16 foul.
There's a minute 35 left to go in this competition, with the score being the 3-ranked Liberty Blue Jays leading 48, the Nixa Eagles 32. And the Blue Jays are passing the ball around, looking just to wind down the time, as there's not much time left. And a comeback at this point, nothing is impossible, but it looks improbable as the time just keeps winding down. As Nelson was dribbling, she trips. Nielsen is called on the foul, so that'll put Olivia Nelson back at the line. Nelson's free throw is good. That extends the lead to 49-32 with 1:03 left to go. Nelson's second shot bounces off. Eagle ball going the other way. Fleming of the Jays is called for the foul. The score is 49-32 with just now less than a minute to go in this quarter. The Blue Jays are less than a minute away from being crowned first place tournament champs. Alexis Ingerwerson for the Eagles put up a shot and could not get that three to drop. So the Jays will take over and are just winding down the clock. And these Blue Jay fans are on their feet as their Jays are about to be crowned tournament champions.
At the conclusion of the game, we will have presentations for both teams, as well as the alternate team.
The Liberty Blue Jays have now brought in their bench just to wind down the time. There's only 20 seconds left in this fourth quarter. And for the Jays is Maddie May, senior. Number 2, Alyssa Griffith, who also is a senior. And number 13, Olivia Tinoco. As the Eagles have the ball, the clock is winding down, and the Eagles shot cannot go. So the Jays will win the game. They take first place here in the 2019 Olathe East Lady Hawk Basketball Classic. And it was a great game for both teams. The Eagles just come up short. The Liberty Blue Jays, who are ranked number 3 on the A10 Varsity Top 25, takes the win at 49-32. As we will take a timeout and be right back for the championship presentation. You're listening to A10 Varsity Sports. As we welcome you back here, you can see Dr. Stoppel of Olathe East, the athletic director, is handing out the second place runner-up medals to the Nixa Eagles.
And presenting Nixa with the second place trophy.
He will also be giving them the second place trophy. Up next will be the first place Liberty Blue Jays, as they are about to be crowned tournament champions.
And now presenting our 2019 Lady Hawk Basketball Classic champions, the Liberty Lady Jays.
As you can see at center court, the Dr. Stoppel is handing out the Blue Jays first place medals.
And presenting Liberty with the tournament bracket and the first place trophy, Dr. Caleb Stoppel.
And he will present the Liberty Blue Jays with the first place trophy, bracket board. Yeah, let's go ahead.